and their 5-time NBA champion shooting guard, Kobe Bryant. Dallas, Los Angeles, coming up next.
And there's Phil Jackson with some pregame instructions for his players. Greetings from Los Angeles, everyone. The Lakers have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they play this one here at the Staples Center. Welcome to our 2K Sports broadcast. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, bringing you the NBA on a Monday afternoon. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Jason Kidd is out there with Bobois and Marion. The question last year, at least one of the questions was, would the Lakers, Clark, still be as successful with swapping out Artest for Trevor Ariza?
And that's a legitimate question because you never know how the dynamics of a team change when you change personnel. Right. So clearly it was something that was going to be a work in progress. It remained to be seen, but I think the play of the Lakers in the postseason kind of answered that. Ron brought an element of toughness and physicality. Now, he can be a little wayward and a little bit of he can be a little wayward with some of his decisions, but typically he overcomes that with his effort and his tenacity and his versatility, I think, at the defensive end of the floor.
And an older guy for a younger, promising, rising player like Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, and in the context of the makeup of the Lakers team, I felt Phil Jackson and the coaching staff and the organization and his teammates felt that this would be a good added piece, and so far that's proven to be true.
Very good point. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I caught up with head coach Phil Jackson. This team's offensive forte is really just being smart with the ball and limiting their mistakes. And because of that, Coach told me that they don't need to force things at the opponent's end of the floor. They just need to wait for opportunities to present themselves and then take advantage of it when they do, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Clark, is there anything that can really be done about shooting once the game begins?
I don't think so. Shooting is about confidence and form and technique and mechanics, but shot selection is something coaches will harp on.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Clark, you think back to what Bynum did in the playoffs last year, and you have to remember he was playing with a slight meniscus tear in his right knee.
And I know how painful that can be. I had one of those. I mean, it hurts with every step, but he felt like the pain was manageable.
Kept alive. Mavericks on D. Here's Kobe. Buries the short-range shot.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Here are the Mavericks now. It's a three-point game. Fisher against Kidd. And slam dunk. Wow! Now the Sprite slam cam for the replay.
He's not necessarily a five-star athlete, but he's got the length to stuff it home when he gets it inside.
Here's Fisher. Stripped it away. Here's Chandler. Takes it up. And the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A three-point play opportunity. And the Lakers making a change here. Barnes is checked in. He can't complete the three-point play. Tyson Chandler traded from the Bobcats to Dallas. Last season, Clark, he missed about 2 months in the middle of the season with that injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin, that's become an all-too common refrain for Tyson Chandler. He's shown some promise, but the injuries have kept him from reaching his full potential. And you wonder, a guy who comes out of high school not quite physically ready to play at the NBA level, if that's been part of the reason that he's had the injuries that he's had.
Back to Kidd. Goes up, kept alive. And the shot is good from Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
One thing you have to deal with when you're playing Dallas, not only Clark can they make the threes, but you know what? They can defend the three-point shot pretty well.
Well, I know that's an emphasis of Rick Carlisle. They finished top 10 a year ago in three-point field goal defense, and they were able to do that because they do a nice job closing out on deep shooting threats, and then they don't give up very many easy shot attempts from behind the three-point line. They transition defensively as well.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, despite winning 2 consecutive championships, the Lakers couldn't rest on their laurels this offseason. A big move for them was signing the point guard Steve Blake. Blake's a solid and dependable vet, a gritty defender, a shooter, and most importantly has a high basketball IQ. The Lakers feel he's a great fit for the Triangle with good toughness to withstand the playoff pressure that will certainly accompany his time here with the Lakers. Guys, back to you.
Seems like a good fit. Thanks, Doris. Both teams deciding to change it up. Talking about the Mavs defense with Marion and Dirk Nowitzki, they certainly had the length to bother shooters.
You're right, and Kidd is no slouch either, Kevin. I mean, he's physical, and he can still bother point guards with his strength and his savvy and understanding. But you also have to credit the coaching staff because they do a nice job providing the players with a good defensive scheme.
Here's Kidd off the inbound, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. So Clark, so often you talk about Jason Kidd. He can run the team. He does so many things so well. And that means that sometimes he does things that don't show up in the numbers in the stat sheet.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of ironic, even though that's a true statement, but he looks pretty good on the stat sheet, too, when you see how he can compile those triple-doubles, and he does so many different things that help his team win.
Well, those triple-doubles, I think, third all-time to Magic Johnson.
Exactly.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Lakers leading by 3. And here is Bynum. Up high and down hard.
He made sure to get a little extra hang time there, just to rub it in the defender's face a bit.
Look out below. I wasn't sure he was ever going to come down. That was definitely worth a second look with our great Sprite Slam Cam. Now Brown following the three-point attempt by Jason Kidd. Pass to Bynum. A 10-footer. A rebound by Kidd. Mavericks trailed by 5. Leads him with the pass and taken away by Brown. It's one-on-one. And he jams it down one-handed.
Oh, my goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Here's Kidd. 1:31 left in the first. Here is Haywood. Bynum on him.
That's not a good play right there. I mean, that's the 4th team foul, and you're right on the brink of putting your team in the penalty.
Brendan Haywood in his 10th season out of North Carolina making the move to Dallas. Clark, they acquired him from Washington last year when the Wizards were doing their cleaning house.
Yeah, they did, and I think Dallas got a terrific defensive center. I mean, he's a guy who can really protect the paint. They say he can be a little disinterested at times, but when he's animated and engaged, he's as good as there is at the defensive end of the floor at his position.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Stojakovic is checked in, and Barea subbed in for Jason Kidd. And Bynum backing in. Haywood covering. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Odom. Can't extend the lead to double digits. Mavericks trailed by 7. Marion outside. Here is Haywood. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Takes it up. A nice shot by Barea. Here's Brown. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Barnes with it. Dunked in off the nice assist that time.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
And so here is Dallas. They trail by 7. Pass to Marion. Odom's there. Marion against Odom. The shot by Marion, no good.
They're losing the battle on the boards here early. Not by a bunch, but here and there, just not quite in the best position. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here is Barea. Terry. Let's go with a three. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Terry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For three, Kobe. There's the horn as we end an exciting first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by 6.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The NBA here on 2K Sports. And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here is Barea. One thing that obviously stands out for Dallas, Clark, the 27 road wins, which was #1 in the NBA last season. What a great road record. Only 14 losses away from home.
Extremely impressive and a big improvement from the year before as well, Kevin. They were sub 500 on the road in 09. But last year, they played like every court was their home court.
On the court for the Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Bobo out there with J.J. Barea and Stojakovic. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Mavericks trailed by 9. And here is Chandler. Stolen away. That turnaround by the Mavericks you were just talking about, it put them, Clark, back atop the Western standing.
Certainly, and just think about those numbers. I mean, there are a lot of teams that didn't come close to 27 wins the whole season, and the Mavs